Who's that? Is that your buddy Mavis? You want to go see her? Okay, let's go see Mavis. Yes, Mavis. Now, he hasn't played with her for a little while because Mavis is now with her buddies out and the big guys. But with us doing the ultrasound on Violet, and Eva is older and she doesn't mind hanging with him, but he wants to play. So I thought I would bring little Mavadine over today. And he's gotten a lot bigger since she's played with him. Wow, he will definitely outgrow her for sure. But she has a great time playing with Rhea. And I don't know, a couple of weeks I think she's been with the big girls and boys. Boy, her daddy. This will be her mate someday, so it's always good to have them. But size-wise, she's 6 months and he's 3 months. He will probably outgrow her though, because he has bigger parents, I want to say. Mom's a big tall girl and Dad was a big guy, but look at him. So cute. So I'm going to try to get a chair and go sit in the shade and give you guys an update. It is a beautiful day. Look at him. Hi, sweet girl. And she was familiar with this because she was a puppy in the house and this was her area too. Oh my God, and the pool is semi-dirty over here because she doesn't really have anybody that gets in it. She loves pools. Mavis does. Her little blue pool over in the other area is trashed. Every single time I fill it, she ends up playing so hard and scratching and running through it. It's filthy. But I'm happy to let these two play. He needs to have a buddy to play with. And eventually he will be with the big dogs too, so it's good. It is still early for Violet. As you know, we have our own ultrasound and I can go in and check anytime. So I usually am so impatient and don't like to wait. I end up going and checking early. But I did see him. I saw little puppy sacks. And the thing about ultrasound, when you do it really early, you won't see as many in the litter as there would be. So I may pick up some puppies early, but not the whole litter. It usually tends to be like that. And if I go back and look afterwards, I usually find like she has a bigger litter. So we did that. So we did, and we will go back in another week and double check and to see if we can see more, but we did see puppies, so I kind of figured she was pregnant because just her appetite changed. She's normally a great eater and really wanted to eat all her food, and Violet's never done that. She's always a big eater, loves to eat, and wipes out her food. So this is her second litter, and we will check her again in a week or so. We will ultrasound again in a week, a different one of the other females that we bred too. So we'll see if that girl's pregnant. With Violet, we didn't do progesterone testing like we did with Benson because we didn't think it would be an issue. Where we had problems with Benson before, we did the progesterone testing to try to find out when she ovulates. These guys are banging the back of my chair. Look at them. They're just having a great old time playing, and I'm happy they're out playing. Mavis has a lot of energy too, and so does our little Waylon. He's a good puppy. It almost feels like spring here today. Almost feels like fall here today. This morning was cooler and breezy, and we've had to shut our windows at night, and then during the day is like 70, 80 something. We went to the first fair yesterday, and it really wasn't anything to brag about. We saw a handful of cows, not like New England where we have chickens and they have goats and ox pulling and rabbits from the 4-H kids. Kind of missed all that. We thought we were going to see that, but they had a camel there giving rides and pony rides and a handful of cows. So we were a little disappointed with a when you think of fair, you don't think of a carnival, and that's what kind of made me have a carnival, not so much a fair. So, but it was good to go anyway. Hey, maybe Dean. She said, I got to get this little guy. Yep, so we do have a waiting list. We do have some people on our waiting list, but we're going to have multiple litters, hopefully, and so we'll have more openings. But we have notified the people so far that are on Violet's waiting list that she is confirmed pregnant, but we do have more openings. If you're interested, you know how to get a hold of us. I'll put the link at the bottom. We've been doing videos kind of every other week because we really don't have a lot going on that might not interest you guys. I mean, we've been working little by little to get the pool up and going, and with all the contractor, with all the town permits and stuff, it's just not that exciting. But we have done a little bit of work around the pool. It's slow going, but we've mostly just, we got a lot of work to do. We know so far we got to get the whelping box back together because we did use it as a spare bedroom for a little bit when we had guests from New Hampshire down to see us. We used the whelping room as our spare bedroom because our other spare bedroom hasn't been remodeled yet. We still have stuff to do. A lot to do with this house. Everything had to be remodeled. So, and then we decided we wanted to get a pool. So that also had its own ups and downs, and we're still dealing with some aspects of the pool. But, it's the way it goes. So, excuse me. So, her puppies would be born beginning of October, and with Violet, we had a C-section last time with her because we did let her try to go natural, but we had some difficulties. She pushed out the first one and then just didn't have strong enough contractions to push out the other puppies. So in the middle of the night, we found a place to do a C-section. It's very expensive in New Hampshire for a C-section. Emergency C-sections are even more. I believe we paid close to $6,000 for that C-section. So just a little behind the breedings to know that everything costs a lot. Down here, vet care, as I already said, is cheaper, I feel like. C-sections, we've only had one planned one so far, and it was a fraction of that price. So we did find a good reproductive breeder that we will use for Violet, and we will get her there ahead of time to get familiar with everything so they know when to expect her, and that worked out really well last time. So that's what we're going to do for Miss Violet. She will have a scheduled C-section by a reproductive vet, and having a scheduled C-section makes me feel so much better. I don't know how many times I've been in the middle of the night with one of our girls looking for a surgeon open to do a C-section. More than I would hope for, but it does happen, and you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for everything, and that's sometimes will make you worrisome because you know of what can go wrong. But Benson was bred also, in case you guys didn't catch that. And I used the progesterone testing for her, so I'm hoping this time she took. We will see in another couple of weeks for her, at least 2 weeks, I think. And let me show you what these kids are doing. They are at the bottom of my chair, having a good old time. So I'm taking it Miss Mavis remembers her buddy, Whalem. And I still... Oops, that's my legs, kids. I'm going to have Whalem color tested. I haven't done it yet. There's no rush. I mean, he's still a baby. He won't be producing for, anytime soon. But these guys are going hardcore. And he's going to need a nap after this. So Whalem went to the vets a couple Fridays ago. And he's due to go in to have his puppy shots. We're starting his Lyme and Lepto. Lyme is ticks, and it's a true thing. We had one of our pack here earlier this spring come down with Lyme disease. It's a true thing. It can literally, over 100-pound dog, knock them down. They're lethargic, face was swollen, and guess what? I have yet to see a tick here in North Carolina, but she got it here. because she didn't have it in New Hampshire. We moved. And so she got these little tears. She got a tick here, and she was on medication for a month. She has recovered, is doing fine, but she was also vaccinated for Lyme and Lepto. So Lyme is because of ticks. So it doesn't always mean if they're, there she goes, if they're vaccinated that they won't get it, but it does help. So we still do that. And the Lyme down here, I have to say, is very expensive for the vaccination. I was kind of surprised because it's a lot more of expensive vaccination than some of the other ones, but we still do it. Mavis has Lyme and Lepto. She's also chipped. I got to get this little guy microchipped still. Okay, Maeve, let him get up. Oh, she's all hardcore, having a good old time. Hey, pretty girl. Oh, she's a mama. She finally has a puppy she can get the best of, because Rhea, she actually outruns Rhea, so it works out really good. But I gotta separate them if she gets a little too going. She loves her pool. She hasn't been in a. They have a blue pool over there, and she totally makes a huge mess. I fill it with water for everybody, and then over there it's all mulch. So she gets some mulch on her feet, and she gets in the pool, and she just makes a mess. But she realizes, she said, I remember this pool. She had it when she was over here. She loves pools. So, oh my God, her nose is under the water. Nobody else over here, the three that's over here, actually play in that pool right now. But she's having a good time. She'll end up getting all that water out. And I also filled some holes lately, and you can tell these little devils undug them. You guys are awful babies. Did you have anything to do with that? Probably was Eva.
And guess what? I forgot to hit the volume on my new camera again. I hope this is the last time and I remember to hit the volume button. But this is just some footage of Miss Violet bebopping around and getting ready for her ultrasound. She's a big baby, as you can see. She has one of Whalem's toys she stole, but she did let us do the ultrasound. She's not the most, what would you say, cooperative girl when it comes to that. She just didn't want to sit still for it. But we managed to get the ultrasound anyway. And we clipped her nails while we were tag teaming her. She didn't like her nails clipped either. She's a little brat. But I had the ultrasound all set up and ready to go. And we did see her puppies. We got a quick little view of some of her puppies, but she was a sport about it. And it's not as easy. It's kind of, you got to have someone hold her, and you got to know where to look. And she's such a big, lengthy girl. You have to really fish around and look for them when they're early. Now she's not 30 days yet, so you can't expect them to like really pop out until she's like 30 days. So, and look at her, she's running off. God love her. She's a silly girl. Okay, we had to tag team her. But we did get the ultrasound, and she didn't give us too much of a problem. But you can just see how big she is. There's no place really for us to sit, and that is a love seat. But I was able to see them, and I will put the pictures up. I did have to really like hunt around because, like I said, she wasn't 30 days, so they didn't really just pop out. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to mess up the volume anymore, but be patient. I have a new camera. I'm still learning. You guys have a great weekend, and look forward to another video in a week or two for updates.